Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Thursday? Wednesday. It's Thursday. September 4th. Excuse me, September 4th, 2019. It's about 8:22 in the morning. I just got here. Definitely found a better, easier route. It's a little more work. I got to get up a little bit earlier. Not by much, really. I'm already up at that time. I gotta walk maybe four and a half to about 5 blocks, but it's definitely a lot quicker, a lot better. I don't know why I didn't think about this line a lot earlier. Definitely Monday through about Friday, I can more or less rely on this line for certainty. On the weekends, it's going to be a different story. I'm going to probably be stuck with taking either 2 buses or 1 bus, and if the other one doesn't depending on the time, I'm gonna have to walk from from Lincoln, so up in Altadena. So no big deal, a little bit better. Won't be so stressed. So today is the first day of the week that I started going back to work. So I'm excited. I got 1 week down. Just happy to be working. I know a lot of you folks are probably saying, God, this guy's insane. He wants to work. He really looks for I truly look forward to working. There was a time of maybe 4 years when I was married, and after I had my last seizure and I went down at work, cracked my head open. I was a stay-at-home parent raising our daughter, which was great. I mean, that was a great experience. A lot of work, but it was well worth it. At least I can say that I raised my daughter, a stay-at-home parent and everything. And don't kid yourself. If you are put in a position, whether you're male, you're the dad or you're the mom, and you're forced to stay home to take care of a child or children, definitely do it. Don't worry too much about it. Money will be stressed. Money will be tight. Yeah, a lot less availability for the family. Much harder. Puts you more to the test with one income. And nowadays, it used to be that one income is all you needed, but in today's times, our parents and not for you younger folks, they're still kind of struggling. But for my age group, for my generation, our parents and our grandparents, only one income was ever really needed, So even at making 57 cents a day, honestly, that's all you really needed was just one income. So now everything is just too doggone expensive. But yeah, I love to work. Been doing ever since I was a kid, and I learned that hard work is the way to go, and I learned that from my mom, and I learned that from my family members, my aunts, especially my aunt. My one aunt was a tireless lady, effortless. Both my mom and my aunt, and my cousin too. So yeah, I learned a lot. I don't like to be without work. So today actually, by the time I was getting off work and coming home, and I was on the bus, late in the afternoon, someone was looking out on the horizon and yelled out, "Fuego," Spanish for fire. And it's like, oh, everybody looked, and sure enough, there was a yellowish brown plume of smoke just starting out towards Eagle Rock area. It's like, oh wow, I just came from there. I didn't hear any sirens or anything. So right there on Oak Grove, where Oak Grove and the 134 meet, headed west. There was a fire last week. Burned maybe 35 acres. Not very big, but pretty big, right on the hillside of the 134 freeway. Apparently someone had set the blaze on fire. Saturday, there were 2 people involved in connection with the fire. And this morning, as I was headed, they mentioned it, and I barely got a little bit. They said that the 2 The two men that they arrested Saturday were they were trying to burn down a homeless encampment. They didn't really elaborate as to why, but they burned down a homeless encampment. So maybe they were targeting an individual or the entire encampment. Uh, they haven't said anything yet, but I don't know. Maybe most likely I would say the entire encampment, and it's not unheard of. Every now and then, especially here in Southern California, and you really don't hear it unless it's the most horrific or heinous crime against a human. But I remember several years ago, maybe 4 years ago, an old gentleman in Venice Beach was in a parking lot right there on the right off on the boardwalk. An old gentleman, homeless, was set ablaze on fire, and I think they got two young guys, teenagers, I believe, under 18, and they just said that they didn't like homeless people, and it's not unusual. I think that the general consensus with most people is and I've said this, that when they see a homeless person, they don't like to see a homeless person because they actually see their future inevitably, and that scares them. And that's why most homeless people are shunned, like pariahs or something. All they're doing is just begging for money, begging, we're not going to give them money, and that's all they're going to do. And another common thing is like, well, why aren't they eating top ramen and stuff like that? To be homeless and eating top ramen is the most unhealthiest thing, but it's the most common and cheapest thing, and we do eat a lot of top ramen and cup of noodles. You'd be surprised. But, living on a diet of salt every day is not the most suitable diet for a homeless person, for a human being. So, yeah, a lot of people think that if you're homeless or if you're low income, you shouldn't deserve to eat a steak, have shrimp, or maybe even buy a lobster. Really? Well, to people who think like that, I say screw you. Your employer doesn't care what you do with your paycheck. Doesn't ask you, well, if you're asking me for more hours and you can't make ends meet, maybe you shouldn't be having steak dinners with your family. Maybe you shouldn't be going out to Outback and stuff like that. That's exactly now. Your employer doesn't say anything, doesn't care what you do, as long as you show up and as long as you're alive and doing your work. Same thing with homeless people. Don't question what. Just if you're gonna give them money, but don't give them $1 or change. Say, here, get something nice to eat, or just do it without any strings attached. Nothing should come with strings attached. So yeah, that's one thing that's always bugged me. I never understood it, even at a young age. How can you judge like that? If people aren't judging you, then who gives you the right? Who gives you the godly right or command to judge people like that? So please don't. Just don't even think about it, and don't even say anything. Don't make a comment. So I've heard a lot of people when they walk by a homeless person and they say change, nah, you're just gonna drink or do drugs or stuff like that. Don't make comments. Don't be so judgy like that. Don't judge. Don't judge like that. We're all humans, so. Oh, right. Well, it's gonna be another hot day. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was going to. I was planning on going to Universal, but when I got home and I checked my balance, and honestly, with the hope from you folks, I realized I looked at my account and I was like shocked, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm down to the last couple dollars, and I'm like, what happened? I knew I had money left over, and it was a couple of bills that that got paid off on auto pay. So I was like, no, but I looked up and I'm like, okay, God, well, at least thank you. I'm just grateful that there's a couple bills that I have on auto pay on my credit card. So that was taken care of. So that's fine. I'm not worried. I think I only have maybe about a week. Next week. I'm not sure. I'm so out of the loop from missing work for almost a month. Yesterday was exactly 1 month since I got my accident. 6:15, 6:20 in the afternoon. So, and here I am walking around, no cast, bending the leg, doing a lot better, Just glad for my mutant powers. Oh. If I really had mutant powers, I'd probably be, I don't know, telekinetic powers. The ability to move things and objects and more or less kind of move people, not control people. I don't want control of people. I used to think that having control of a person was like, I don't know, something that maybe only parents should do with their children. But when I see people trying to control other people, it's just, it's kind of maddening in a sense. Why would you want to control another person? Too many people just, I wouldn't say evilness, maybe. Sometimes it could be a lot more worse than evil. Malevolent. People are just, I don't know. I think they're acting out on their own emotions and their own unhappiness with themselves and with society and everything else, and they act out. I don't know. I'm just trying to work, trying to get back on my feet, and trying to stick to my own business and pay my own bills, pay my own way in life. And that's all I ever wanted to do in life, especially when I was married. Just pay my way in life for my family and for myself. So I think that's what we all truly want. But sometimes we get wrapped up in society, and especially in today's times. Today's times doesn't make it so simple not to want to get involved, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm just exhausted and tired of hearing all this destruction and mayhem that goes on in the world. I think they also mentioned this morning, that little brief, I was out of the door really quick this morning, but the boating accident that happened off of California to Santa Cruz. I think they said there's maybe like 10 or 15 bodies down in the wreckage, down in the bottom of the boat. The bottom is 65 feet deep in water, upside down, and there's about maybe 10 or 15 bodies left in there. That's a really tragic thing. So on Labor Day morning, really, really sad, really tragic. All right, my friends, I think I'm going to let you guys go here, and I'm going to go to work. Actually, I don't have to go until 9, but just prepare. Get my equipment, sign up my equipment, get ready. All right, my friends, I will post this when I get home. And in the meantime, you folks leave any comments down, please. Comments, suggestions, ideas, whatever. It's all good. Your comments are great and very uplifting, and you all have been super supportive. You are definitely my extended family. Um, it's kind of weird, huh? Me being on YouTube and all of a sudden you folks giving me moral support, and not just moral support, financial support also. I do not, I do not ignore that fact. I totally acknowledge that, and I'm more than grateful, like you wouldn't believe. When there's a time when I see something, a notice that someone donated, I pause, because I see it, when you get the open up your phone, you see the notifications on the top, and you scroll down and see what the messages are, and I see someone. I almost really break down and start to tear because I'm not looking for you folks to support me. It's just, and it was a suggestion from a long time ago. Someone told me that you need to put down some sort of financial assistance, because sometimes people will want to help and they're afraid to ask, how can we help you? Because they know that sometimes people have that pride. I do have pride, but I don't let pride get in my way of living. I used to be very prideful when I was younger, but you folks, please comment, suggestions, anything and all. So good or bad, as long as I know that I'm ringing your ear and you're listening and you're following, that's all. So thank you so much. I really, really love you. I might definitely, I've said this. I'd strike it rich. I would love to have some sort of party or fly out and meet all you folks individually, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm always being watched out by God and my mom, so I have my angels. And for the fact that I was only in accounts for about maybe 3.5 weeks, that's pretty good. That's being looked out after from above. I feel. I always look for signs and everything, signs of positivity and acknowledgement. So, all right, my friends. I think today's the last day, and I'm off until Monday. Not sure what's going on in town, so I will find out. All right, my friends. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other. Help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us. And yes, I say us because you're a part of this. You're all a part of this. So, and I even have coworkers that follow me on YouTube. So that's really cool. So they don't consider me a celebrity. They don't treat me any indifferent, other than that they're really impressed and really surprised, and they're really proud of where I came from, off the streets and housed and job, and they're really, really impressed and walking to work in all sorts of weather and biking to work, and when I get knocked down, I still get up and keep marching. So that to me means more than anything, that that they see, no matter what, just keep punching, at life. Even if you just punch in there, just keep punching, keep swinging. Don't take no for an answer. Just keep going. There's always going to be those times in life where you're going to want to give up. I'm always going through those times, but I can't give up. I can't let myself down. I can't let my children down. I can't let God down. I can't let my mother down. I can't let you folks down. I can't let anybody down in life. And I don't want to. I just want to be, I really, really want to be successful, but if not, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing until the day I drop. So Hopefully that won't be for another 40 years, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll be happy with 30 years. All right, my friends. I will post this down when I get home, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.